Okay, so what is the last class we are discussing about? We discussed a lot of components in HTML, right?
Yeah, we discussed like the
So
last topic
we
was
discussed
working
a
with.
lot of components in HTML, like tables we discussed, and we discussed paragraphs, we discussed divisions, we discussed
Mm-hmm.
list items,
Yeah.
and today we are going to be discussing about the forms. Okay, so how
Okay.
forms are going to be available in HTML, and what about the form? For example, whenever you are going to be doing some sign-in form, sign-up form, some registration form, whatever it may be, in the
Mm-hmm.
process of the web page, a lot of manipulations and lot of operations are going to be done with the forms. Okay, for
Okay.
example, I want to do something like a sign-in form. I want to do something like a sign-up form. I just want to something like a registration form.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So a lot
Yeah.
of things we can able to do with the forms. Before learning the forms, I just want to give you a lot of components in the form, a lot of elements in the form. What are the different elements which are going to be available in the form?
Mm-hmm.
The first one is the form tag. So this particular form tag is the root level tag for creating form. Okay, so for creating form. And one more thing is there are different form related elements are there. Form input types. Form input types. Lot of form input types which are going to be available. I will tell you what are the different kind of input types which are going to be available in the form. Something
Mm-hmm.
like input type. Suppose all the type of forms which are going to be types. Input type text. Text is one type of input, and one more is a password, one type of input, and email is the one type of input, and button is one type of input, and submit is one type of input, and reset is one type of input. Okay, a radio is one type of input. Checkbox is one type of input. Okay, a lot of form inputs which are going to be available. Form input type date is there. Input type number is there. Okay, a lot of input types which are going to be available in the form. I will tell you one by one.
Okay.
Before going all those things, I just want to create a simple form for you. And
Mm-hmm.
in that particular form, and one more tag is actually available in the form called form field actually. I will give
Mm-hmm.
you a new program now. I'm taking a new program now, and this will be saving with your folder. Let me take a new folder, day 4. Okay, so this is the day 4 now, and I'm creating a new folder for us. In this particular folder, I'm going to be preparing the file, which is going to be saved as okay form.html. .html is mandatory for each and every HTML file.
Okay.
Form.html which is going to be available, and HTML. Let me take a form example. For the form, actually what I want to do, okay, I'll prepare a h1 tag. Okay, this is the simple h1 tag which is going to be representing some heading for the form.
Mm-hmm.
And after the h1 I want to prepare the form. Let me prepare the form is the root level tag for us. Form is a tag. Form tag open, form tag close. Inside that there is one element called field set. I will tell
Field
you
set.
what is the field set and why we are using the field set for the form. And the field set is having one more tag called legend tag. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I just want to give you simple example for the simple form here. Okay, simple form I just want to create. That is the name of the form. Okay, now I want to take input type text. Input to type text. Okay, input to type text, and one more thing is the placeholder. So what is the placeholder for this? I just want to give the username something like this. Okay, I just want to give one more input here. Type is something like a password. Input type is password. I just want to give something the placeholder. Enter password something. And for this, I want to take a break. For each and every element, I want to take a break. Yeah, break is actually required.
Mm-hmm.
And we will take a button. And button is something like a submit. Button is something like a submit. So this is the username and this is the password and this is the type of text and this is the type of password. Okay, this form name is a simple form. Yes, execute it. Right click on the browser, open in the browser. When I open browser, automatically I can able to see the form here. So how the form will be, there is one simple heading we taken called form, and a simple form is the legend for the form field. Okay, so field set actually. This is called a
Okay.
field set. A field set is a simple set of components we can able to make it.
Like
Okay,
this
in this,
border is
yeah,
fill
like
set.
this, a border getting created for you, a box getting created for you,
Okay.
and on top of that we placed a legend. Legend is a simple heading for that particular field set. We take a legend area, and after
Like a
that
simple form.
I'm going to be taking something like a username field and taking a password field here. Username something like a Srinivas, I can able to enter something like a Srinivas, and password is going to be dots. Why? Because type is password I given. When I given
Yeah.
type is password, automatically it will give you dots here.
Hmm.
And after that you can do the submit. Whenever I submit a form, I can able to submit the form for the particular server whatever you have. Okay,
Hmm.
in JavaScript we will discuss how to submit these particular values to the particular backend servers and all. Later on we will see that. And here for the form, I just want to give you something like a required field. Required equal to required. Required equal to required simple attribute. What this particular attribute can do, if you not enter this particular field, automatically it is going to be asking you, please fill up the first field, please fill up the second field, something like that. Okay, let me execute one more time. Okay, when I click on submit, automatically it is asking me, please fill the field first. Okay, please fill the field first. When I click on the submit button is actually checking the first form is getting empty, the first field is getting empty. So
Yeah.
first of all, I should enter the username. Without enter username, I can't able to proceed. Okay, I should enter the username. Okay, username is I given. After I given the username, I am trying to submitting the form, but it is not going to be submitting the values to the particular server or databases. Why? Because password field is also must actually. Okay, these particular predefined validations are coming from the HTML only. We are not writing the JavaScript validations right now. We are going to be providing a basic validations from the HTML only. When I trying to submitting this, it is asking me, please try to enter the password, something like this. I'm trying to enter in the password and provide the submit. Then only submit will take it. Then only submit will take it. So this is a very important and simple thing how to prepare the normal simple form and all. And let's do a simple example which is going to be having something like a sign up requirement. This is a sign up requirement, sign up form. Okay, sign up is having so many things, right? So many fields, right? Let
Yep.
me try to provide a lot of fields for the sign up now. Okay, sign up and try to provide a lot of components for the form. Okay, form should be there. Inside the form, input type text, and this will be having the name called first name.
We
And
don't set like a fill set for this.
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Fill set
Field set you,
like in
yeah,
previous
yeah.
form we
Let
have.
me take field set. Okay, let me take legend here, and
Yeah.
this is the name details. Okay, I want to give the all name details inside the field set. Fine. Okay, this is the first name. I'm going to be giving the first name here, first name, and finally close it. This is my first name value. Then this is my second name or last name. First name and last name I try to do provide. So this placeholder is very important for you. Why? Because it is going to be showing something on top of the browser.
Yeah.
Without having entering something, it is asking you what you need to do enter. What you need to do enter, it is going to be asking you. That is actually called a placeholder attribute. And yeah, required equal to required. This is a mandatory one. I want to provide for each and everything. Required equal to required. Okay, now I want to take a field set like a contact details. And this is again another legend value and the contact details. I should enter some contact details of the person. Whatever the person he is going to be fill up the form, he need to enter some contact details of the particular person.
Hmm.
Okay, let me take a input type email. So he need to enter something like a email now. Name equal to mail and placeholder equal to email. I should enter something like email and this will be required field. Required equal to required. Okay, fine. This is going to be a self-closure tag. Input is a self-closure tag. Input is a self-closure tag. Please remember it. Okay. And one more thing, input type contact number, input type number. Okay, let me give number, and this will be taking like a number and a placeholder, something like a phone number, and this will be required equal to required. Please remember it. And okay, what are the different kind of input types which are going to be available? If you want to check it out, just go with the W3 schools or input types which are going to be available in HTML. You can check it out. What are the different kind of input types which are going to be available? Let me copy and paste. HTML5 supporting with a lot of input types for you. Okay, let me give you all the input types over there. Let me give all the input types over there. Input type button, input type checkbox, input type color, input type date, input type date time local, input type email, input type file, input type hidden, input type image, input type month, a lot of things which are going to be available. So we will see some type of inputs over there. For example, uh, if I am going with the first input type like if I'm going with the one input type like email, for example, this is going to be working with all browsers or not, where they are clearly saying that, and these guys are very clearly saying that. W3 schools is very clearly saying that. For example, if I go type input type month, if I go for input type date time local, if I go for input type date time local, okay, input type radio is there, checkbox is there, button is there, color is there, and if you try to open the browser, and the color is working for all the latest browsers here, and this is the input type color. If you want, you can choose the color of the input. And let me give you some input type that is not going to be working with all the browsers, something like okay, slider input type value you can able to provide. Okay, let me tell you. W3 schools is going to be providing you which input is working for which browser. Very clear it is showing that. Input type autofocus. Yeah, autofocus is working. Autofocus is the simple attribute. Automatically that input is focusing for you. That is simple attribute only.
Mhm.
Okay, and coming to the list of attribute, data list is there, and we can able to provide a data list. Can able to provide a data one by one. We will see. Okay. Now coming up, this is the contact details I provided. Now gender selection. One more field set I am taking now. Field set gender selection. Gender selection. Okay, so I just want to provide something like a gender selection. Sorry. And this is having something like a legend, and this is like a gender selection, and legend is over. After that, I want to go with the input type. Okay, radio. Input type radio, and I just want to provide a gender value, something like a male. Okay, this is the male selection. Okay, so name and value equal to something like a, okay, name is equal to male, value male. Okay, fine. This is the male selection, and this is for female. I'm going to be providing something like a female. I want to provide something like a female. Input type radio, name equal to male, name equal to gender I can provide, and gender also I can provide, and value will be male and female. Value will be male and female here, and name is common. Name is common thing. One is the gender, one is the gender, and value will be here male, here female. Okay, let me check it out how the things are happening with the name, contact details, and the gender selection here.
Your name is mostly working like when we're scripting.
Yes, yes, correct. Okay, I want to select the male or I want to select the female. Any one of the thing it is going to be working. So
Mhm.
one value will be taken. Only one value will be taken. It is not going to be taking multiple values whenever you have the ready option.
Okay.
Whenever you have the ready option, you don't take a multiple selection, only one selection will be selected. That's why the reason value will be different, but name is the common thing. Gender.
If
Gender
we
is the
change
common.
the name, if we change the name, like it will take.
No problem, no problem. It is not giving any issue with you. But why this particular name we are utilizing? Whenever we are writing the JavaScript based on that particular name, we are accessing the element. I will tell you when I come to the JavaScript. Okay, let me go with the field set one more time. And this is like a legend again. And which course you want to get selected. And the course selection. Now I am providing something like a course selection here. After that, I am going to be providing what are the courses he got learn. Okay, finally, I am going to be input type. Input type now checkbox.
Mhm.
Input type checkbox. Now I am going to be providing a name, value, HTML. Okay, fine. This is first one. Like this, I will provide a lot of values one by one. HTML is one thing, and CSS is the another thing, and JavaScript is another thing. You want to learn a lot of things, and React JS is the one more thing. So like this, you provide all the values. Yeah. Okay. React JS.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Okay. So user can able to pick up a lot of values here. Okay. He want to learn a lot of things. He is going to be selecting all the values over there. He is going to be selecting all the values over there. Finally, let me check the output. What is this particular checkboxes which are going to be available? So he want to learn all the courses actually. Suppose he can able to select multiple options like this. You don't
Mhm.
want to check with the Node.js, you can go with the Node.js later. Okay, so you can go with the React.js also. He is going to be learning HTML, CSS, and React.js, and he's the gender called male, and he is going to be entering the email. Suppose I'm taking something like an email like this, and phone number. This is going to be asking a number type. So completely it will take a number value only, and here it is taking the first name and last name, and submit is very important. Whatever the things you are going to be entering, and submit things. Okay, so let me take a one more field set here, that is called submit or reset. Submit. Okay, legend I'm taking again. Okay, I'm taking legend submit. So he is going to be submitting the form. So type submit, input type submit, name equal to submit, and value will be submit. This value is going to be showing on the top of that, and he can able to reset also here. Okay, input type reset, and the name reset, and finally value will be reset only. Value will be reset only, and yeah, try to execute it.
It's a button.
Yeah, this is a button only. So value submit. This is a button only. It will come as a button only. It will come as a button only. So he is going to be submitting some things. Without submitting the first name, he can't able to give submission. Without
Mhm.
giving the first name, he can't able to give the submission. Okay, so for example, he is going to be providing the first name, something like this, and submitting, and it is asking the last name, and last name is also required. Okay, something like a Srinivas G. Submit.
Can we
Whenever it
change
is,
this tooltip, this message?
this message coming from the required attribute.
Okay. So
This
can we
is,
change it like we were
yeah, we
personally?
can we can change from JavaScript, or we can
Okay.
change from CSS. We can do that. Okay, I'm entering the email. For example, I'm not entering the proper email here. So here it is asking the email validation also. Please include at the rate symbol. Please include at the rate symbol. Without at the rate symbol, email is not a valid email, right? Why?
Yeah.
Because the type is email. Okay,
Yeah.
finally, click on submit, and it is asking incomplete email ID. Incomplete email ID. Okay, something like a Gmail. Okay, so it is taking now. Why? Because you are going to be entering the proper email ID there, and finally I'm going to be submitting the form. It is asking phone number also. Why? Because phone number is also required field. Phone
Mhm.
number is also required field. It is taking only taking compulsory phone number. So I am just providing something like a phone number here like this. Okay, 9390389007, something like this, and selection the mail and submit. A form is getting submitted for you. Okay, and if you want, you can give the required field also. These things also
Mhm.
compulsory, required fields compulsory. Gender selection, all the things. Okay, this is the way of designing the form. Very simple, straightforward only. Very simple, straightforward only, and we will see a lot of different kind of attributes also inside the form. Something like you can provide a data list also like this. What is the data list? Data list is something like this.
Yeah.
Data list is also something like this. So you can able to go with the data list. Okay, let me go with the form, this one. Okay, so course, without going this particular one, you can switch off this one here like this. I don't want to show the checkboxes and all. That is a old version of old pattern of style, old pattern of input taking, and this is the latest version of input taking. And there are multiple options you can able to select. You can able to choose HTML, you can able to select CSS, you can able to choose the JavaScript, you can able to choose the React JS. He is going to be filling the form for these particular values. Okay, this is
It's
called
also like we can choose one option
yes, correct,
from
one
there.
option only you can able to select. Okay, here it will be the input data list. Data list is going to be available. See, a lot of elements which are going to be available here. A lot of elements which are going to be available. Okay, input autocomplete. Input autocomplete. Autocomplete is going to be something like, so it is going to be taking, email is automatically taking from the user. Automatically taking from the user. Okay, so there are multiple tags which are going to be available in the input attributes, in the section of input attributes W3 schools. You can check it out. Okay, I'm not going to be copying and pasting all the things for you.
Okay.
Okay, you can check it out all the attributes from this. These particular attributes are very simple and straightforward only. Don't worry with the attributes and all. And finally, we are going to be finishing up this particular form section. Okay, we will discuss about the templates, HTML templates, how to design HTML templates only. And most of the people working with the percentages, and some other peoples are working with the table template. You prepare your page with the table template. Okay, this is very famous. People are working with the table templates also. And one more thing is, in latest version people are working with the Bootstrap. Bootstrap is working with the grid system. People are developing responsive web applications using with the Bootstrap. Yes, Bootstrap is very famous. You can go with the Bootstrap. Anyway, if I am not going to be using Bootstrap, you can follow the table template. Table template, how to design a template. For example, I will draw the picture. I want
Mhm.
to design a page like this. I want to prepare the header like this. I want to prepare a footer like this. I want to take a main division like this. Inside the main
Mhm.
division, I should be having some left division and the right division also like this. And inside the right division, I'll be having a lot of components like this. Okay, this is like a image gallery application, whatever it is required. Or I just want to take a center template like this. I should have something a list item here. Okay, you can follow this particular template using with the table tags.
Using by table.
Yes, using by table, you can able to design this particular template. How to design this particular table template? For example, taking as a table root level tag. So taking a table root level tag like this. Inside the table, you take a tr here. This is the tr, first tr. This is the first tr, and this is the second tr. Okay, this is the third tr.
Okay.
And in center tr, what we want to do is we take a two columns. This is the first td, and this one is the second td.
Okay.
Inside this particular td, if you want, you take a paragraphs like this: one, two, three, four.
And why?
These
How
are the
can we
paragraphs.
assign the percentage for the
Yeah,
column?
yeah, I will give you column percentage. You provide column percentage for this 30%, and for this column percentage, you provide a 70%.
Okay.
For this, you can provide 70%. Okay, how to provide these percentages and all? Very simply, we can design with normal attributes only. Okay, instead of CSS writing, you design this particular template with a simple way. I will tell you with a small CSS with this particular template. I will explain. Okay, can I go a simple template like this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go with a simple template, a table template, HTML template with a table tag dot html. I'm going to be providing like this. Okay, so this is the template, simple template I'm going to be designing for you. Let me take a table tag. Okay, inside the table tag, let me take a tr. This is the first tr, and tr is having should be having something like a height, HERGHT. Okay, height and width. Okay, let me write some CSS for that. I will tell you how to write CSS and all. And this tr is the second tr, and this is the third tr we will be having. Okay, so in this first tr, what I want to do is I'll take a one h1 tag, and this is header. This is header, and here I will take one more h4 tag, and this is a footer. This is header, this is footer, and center content. What I want to do, I will take two TDs, one TD and one more TD, and this TD having width okay 75%, and this TD having a width 25%. I want to write a simple CSS for you. Don't worry about the CSS. And background color will be light gray. And here style also I am providing. Background color will be light blue. And for this TR also I am writing a simple style. Background of this will be gray color. And this TR also I am writing a simple style. Background color will be okay black. And the color will be white. Okay, let me provide something like a height of the table, height of the footer. Height of the footer will be like 60 pixel, and height of the header will be something like a 100 pixel. Okay, fine. What my requirement is, inside the first TD, I will place some paragraphs. Inside the second TD, I will place some other paragraphs. Inside the first TD, let me take something like a buttons. Button, okay, like a first. Okay, buttons are going to be taking like this. And inside this particular TD, you will take a table again. If you want, you take a table again. Okay, I will show
Okay. We
you how
can.
these particular tables are. Okay, let me
So
take
we can.
paragraphs. Better you take a paragraph. So later on, we will do the things. Okay, let me take paragraphs here. So this is my first paragraph. This is my first para, and this second para, third para, fourth para, and all. Okay, lot of paras I'm just going to be providing here based on your. Okay, so this is a height auto. Let me provide height auto. Let me provide a height auto. Auto nothing but what? Based on your content, it is going to be moving. Okay,
Mhm.
let me place a lot of content over here. In the same paragraphs, I just want to take inside this particular TD also. See, content is your wish. Content is not a matter. Content is your wish.
Mhm.
And finally, I want to execute this particular in the browser. So you will be having, yeah. So the problem is, what is the problem here?
Wait.
Header, and this is a footer. Footer going top. Footer going top. What is the? Where is the footer? Footer is 60 pixel, and header height is 100 pixel, and table width is 100%. Table width is 100%. I want to take a table as 100% table. Okay, now table is fine, but footer going top. Where is the footer? Why footer going top? Why footer going top? This is the header, right? After this, one TR is there. TR got closed properly. Check it out. Any issue there for the footer? Fine. This is a nice template. And okay, this is the header now, and header having something like a TR style. Oh, fine. Background color gray not coming. Why background color gray not coming for the first TR? Okay, so this center is actually adjusted, but the header is not having a proper style. What is the problem with the proper TR? Okay, width automatically take 100%. No issues with that. Okay, now it is properly adjusted. Now let me take another TR, and this will be the footer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Footer will be here. Yeah, footer, why footer is taking here? Okay, after the table I will take the footer. Okay, now footer is properly done,
Mm-hmm.
and footer is having style, background color black, color will be white, and header, where is the header? This is the header, right? And style, background color will be gray, color will be white. Okay, fine. So this is completely working with the CSS, don't worry that.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular TR H1 will be in the center. See, like this you can design your template properly. Okay, so center tag. Okay, now this is the header, this is the footer, and this is your main content. And main content is auto nothing but whatever the content you are placing, based on the content it is actually elaborating. Don't worry with that. Am I clear with this one? And you should understand some CSS part actually. If you know
Yeah.
CSS properly, then it is very clear for you. And height should be something like 100 px. Fine for this. Header is very nice now, and this is my footer. This is the header, and content is also like this. Okay, in this particular manner, you are going to be designing your templates and all. So this is adjustable one. Why? Because this is a table template. If you want to design any kind of HTML, better you go with the table templates. My recommendation is table template.
Okay. So it's automatically responsive.
As automatically responsive, better you go with